So everything just ran on. And then, Mr. Kachi, I checked the cost of feed. The last time I bought feed was 3 weeks ago. Feed was for 11,500. When I checked, like last week, it was 15,000 plus. I was like, wow.
These are the things that farmers go through, and
the
end users don't understand it.
Exactly.
So there must be a way to actually go about this, actually using the cost of feeding, the cost of feed, both for the livestock, fish, the chicken, and all that, in order to be able to produce enough for the masses to have. Government is to come into.
Yeah, we are your regular host here. You know, my name is Margaret, and I have one handsome, beautiful. Mr. Kachi, I don't this swear.
I'm off the market. I'm no longer in the market. So
Okay, you're off the market.
Not available.
You're not available. Okay, listeners out there.
Even though you give me 1 billion, I'm out of
You're out of the market. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Kacha, how has your week been?
Well, we thank God we have been moving through and through, not like the devil.
Actually, not like the devil, but you're moving through and through just like the farmer.
Yes, looking for a way to cut down on costs.
Of courses, and also how to feed the nation.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So back to our topic today, Mr. Kachi. We are talking about, of past week, we'll be talking about livestock farming, encouraging our viewers and our listeners out there to go into livestock farming. That it's very, very effective.
We have also talked about fish farming, and we still go back to it, and we are still on the part of it for today.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we are talking about BSF farm. You can call it Margaret farm. You can call it Lava. It has a lot of names. The common man will call it Margaret. Margaret farm. Margaret. You may want to ask, what is Margaret farm? Margaret is just the normal Margaret. It's like Margaret. Let me put it Margaret. The regular Margaret you see. But now Margaret is also, we have in a farming sector, we have the way we have chicken farm, we also have Margaret farm.
Yes.
And you may want to ask, what is the advantage or the benefit of the Margaret farm? Margaret farm is has really helped a lot of livestock farmers. That's helped to reduce costs, helped to cut down your costs. Cut down your costs in the sense that reducing the cost of buying feed.
Of course.
1 kg of maggot is about 400 naira now. But initially it was started with 200, but now it's 400. I think it's still fair compared to industrial feed.
Of course.
It's still fair. And then we want to use this medium also to encourage a lot of other farmers to be part of maggot farming. There's a digital way. Let me use that word, digital way. The digital way, because when you say maggot, a lot of people feel irritated. It smells, it says this, that. There's a digital way of raising your maggot. Mr. Kachi?
That's a new way of raising it that you will not get irritated about it.
Exactly.
Yes. So, maggot farm is a very profitable venture. It's something that farmers or people really into catfish farming needs to begin to do in order to reduce the cost of feeding their catfish to 1 kg and all that. And maggot protein.
Yeah.
And it's one of the ingredients that is being added to feed, that's catfish feed, in order to increase or fasten their growth.
Their growth, yes.
Yes. It's
a lot of benefits.
A lot of benefits.
A lot of benefits.
And it's not hard to start. And it's not hard to actually process and all that.
Mr. Kachi, do you also know that they use maggot to do blood tonic?
Stop.
Yes.
Don't encourage people now.
No. If you get your blood tonic, there's what they call lava oil. That's
yes,
maggot.
No, I know that. I'm only telling you that.
So that you not feel irritated.
Feel that
not just for livestock farmers.
They'll start thinking that you go to put get the maggots in order to produce their blood tonic. That's not the case. There is that's advanced way of producing these maggots that you even know that maggot is being grown here. No smell, nothing.
Exactly.
Yes, and that's what we want to introduce to you today. We will teach you, we will let you know different ways of good for you, and you also the one that's less cost, less cost to you. So let's talk about maggot production. How
There's different ways of producing your maggot. You can start with chicken waste, but the result from chicken waste is limited irrespective of the amount of chicken waste you have, because that one is that one is being the chicken waste being attracted from with local flights. So the production is not
students to understand that maggot grows on different ways, like what she has mentioned: chicken dung or chicken waste, pig dung, vegetables. It depends on how fruits and all that. Then also
meal.
yes, blood meal and all that. So you choose the one that you have access to and that you can start. First of all, get a place that has shade. Get a place that has shade. Create a square that's kind of a square. Peg it. Create the shade for the shade to be there. Then another thing is you now get.
It depends on the kind of bag of farm. If you're doing with chicken dogs, you don't even need a shade because they need the sun. It's during when the sun is high, that's when the flies are coming in to match.
Yes.
I wonder why flies will match when there is heat.
No,
they really enjoy when it is heat. That's when they come together.
No. If you have ever actually put your hand in a poo, you know that place is also warm and hot at times. So they need the warmness to actually produce. It's part of it.
So they produce more. They come together when the place is heat up. So you expose your dog to the sun.
Yes.
That's when they come in. And then when you are harvesting your maggot, you harvest it very early in the morning or late in the evening. So, but for BSF, which is black soldier flies, that's where you need the shade. Because when you're doing a black soldier fly, you need an insectarium, you need labarium, and you need an incubation house.
Okay, now let me take on one. You take on one. Now, when we talk of the cheapest means of starting a maggot farm, you need a shade. With this shade now, you kind of dig a little bit of that place, then bring in tires, your normal car tires and all that.
Yeah.
Then you introduce this organic waste or pour organic waste into it. Don't fill the tire completely. Then you apply either chicken intestine or something of that nature. Then cover it with kind of a gauze, that's wire gauze. When you cover the wire gauze, the flies naturally start coming to that place to feed on the chicken intestine or anything like that. So with time, these things they start excreting baby maggots there, which will later grow to become the maggots you can use to feed the catfish. These maggots, the production takes 3 to 4 days for that.
Oh,
But
5 days.
3 to 5 days. Let's say a week.
A week.
Highest a week.
And not just for catfish. You
Not
can give
just
it
for-
to your chicken and your pig.
Yes.
Another life. Even your snail too.
Yes. So that's how it works. So she will give you a detailed information on the order.
So we'll just go on a musical break. So when we come back.
Is it why the thing is cutting? It's cutting the shaking.
No, we are still live. It's not wahala. It's part of the game. So you know what
Everything in life has all its time and seasons. So you never know why. You don't expect the soul, summer, you respond, oh, yeah. You don't expect the sunrise, and respond, you suffer. Whatsoever I am, so I can this world, emotionally. Cause I'm a believer and I know what's to be. Send on the way.
Great farmers.
Great nation.
Great farmers.
Great nation.
We talk like farmers. We are not hungry. Great farmers.
Great nation.
Yeah, bad. Don't forget to reach us on your questions. We are here, Mr. Kachi, we are ready to answer all kinds of questions, right?
It depends on the one. If you make Olu say you cannot ask me question, I feel answer that.
So feel free to ask us questions on farming on 0809 301 5270. You can reach out on WhatsApp on 090 6699 8439. Back to maggot farming. Oh, Mr. Kachi throw light on chicken dog. We want to talk on BSF fly, that is black soldier fly. If you want to do a big time BSF farming,
Yes.
we advise you to go on BSF flies. That's black soldier flies. Black soldier flies. You have to have 3 sections, like your incubation house. You have like your insectarium, and you have your larvarium. What do we use incubation house to do? We use it to incubate your eggs. You set up your eggs, put them in bowls with some substrates like chicken feed, especially starter feed. Put a particular, you can spread into, depending, okay, let me say you have 100 gram. You can split the 100 gram into 5 bowls to give them space so they won't get choked. Place them in an incubation house. The incubation house must be dark anyway, with any kinds of sunlight in there. Then move them the space of 3 to 4 days. You move them to the larvarium where you give them enough space to eat. Then in 2 to 3 days, you can harvest feed to your livestock. But then if you want to recycle it, you can take 10% from there and put it in the insectarium where they mate back to flies, do their normal process and lay more eggs. With that, if you do it in the space of 1 month, Mr. Kachi, with 100 grams of flies, the whole place, and they have their lifespan is like 15, their lifespan is like 45 days. After laying eggs, they are gone. So the bottom you recycle it. And then you use substrate like chicken feed. You use substrate like fruit waste. something like vegetable wastes, something like cassava waste. So it won't the environment won't be irritating. You can even sit down there to eat. So that you can imagine that.
Yes, unlike the former way it's being done, that it must be a poo that you must use in producing this. You can see another way. You use um, waste from orange,
Yes, fruit waste,
fruit waste,
all kinds of fruits.
all kinds of fruit.
Apart from, I think you can apart from mango, because mango attract local flies.
Mm.
So when you're doing BSF, you need to differentiate between you need to keep, if you're doing BSF flies, you need to keep away local flies from it, so that the produce will not be the produce of local fly and BSF fly is different.
Yes, the
You can't
size and
you can't
everything.
you can't have the two together. So if you're doing BSF fly, just concentrate on that and avoid any way you can avoid local flies from entering. Just try your best so that it will not affect your produce.
Now, let me ask you, how do we get these waste fruits? Because in a family, how many waste fruit can you really get? What's the best way of getting these waste fruits?
You go to the market,
Okay,
you go and meet aboki.
there are some places you don't have a booking. So how do we get
Actually,
it?
just go to the market. They're not, because you know basically you can get okra waste, tomatoes waste, garbage waste. It might not necessarily be fruit waste. So if you're in a place where you don't have access to fruit, you can use okra, you can use tomatoes, you can even use pepper.
What she is trying to say is that if you meet farmers that are selling fruits, they can help you preserve some of these fruits that
Yeah.
are wasting or that have gotten rotten. Just they will come packing it from time to time. You come packing it from time to time in order to grow your maggot. Just like she has explained. If you need further information on this, you can also call on the number she has given 08093015270. 9 that's 08093015270. You can also call in to ask questions and also make your own contribution concerning maggot farming. While we are waiting, what do you like about fish?
Fish. I like everything about fish.
I like what? What do you like about it?
Anything fish. I like
I heard that in Aqua, I use in Aqua that fish is one of the things that you must drink for marriage, for to marry somebody or to part of the list. Is it true?
and that's for Akwa Ibom. Me, I'm not Akwa Ibom. I'm Efik, I'm Cross River.
Oh, okay.
They are
So
not-
in cross river, nothing like that.
we are not, no, we don't, just a general thing. Then there will be fish, but it's not a specific or a group.
Oh, okay. So we're waiting for a call from anyone. 090-080-93-01-5270. You can call in to make your own contribution.
Someone may want to ask or may want to know, how do I feed this maggot to my livestock? How do I feed the maggot to my feed? That different method of feeding.
Okay.
For the fish, you can just feed them directly immediately after harvest. But for chicken, it's always advisable that you roast it a little.
Okay.
For snail, same thing. But for pig, you blame it to pets.
That's you grind it to
You
a
grind
powder
it,
form.
you grind it to powder form. That's for pig. For chicken, just roast it and give it to them.
Why do you need to roast it in chicken?
So that they can kill some. I think there's some when you roast it, to my understanding, it increases the protein level, and it can easily help them better and digest fast when it comes to chicken. But for fish, they're already in the water. You understand? So it's already in the water. But then you can still feed the roasted ones with the fish. But we don't
Do
need
you
to.
think maggot is better than earthworm?
Yes.
Why?
The protein content in maggot is higher than the one in eggplant.
Hmm?
I don't know.
Even the source of the protein itself, which is Sacral delistica, which is
Yeah.
house fly, or the other fly you call was
ESF rice.
ESF flies. What they feed on almost everything. But earthworm is kind of restricted to a particular area. They might not feed as much as those flies, and they produce whatever they will produce will have more protein.
Yeah. So a maggot provides consistent rich source of protein, up to 45% to our fishes. So I don't think people can produce up to 45.
Okay, now is there maybe now in feeding of catfish, you just bring the feed and you feed them. And you have talked about how to feed this catfish after the production of the maggot. Do you need to wash them or you just scoop it from the place and just pour it directly for the catfish?
You just scoop it direct and pour it to the catfish. You don't
But
need to wash it.
won't it have some sand and all that that will
You are versing it direct. So from the process you avoid fun. So from the process of raising your maggot, I don't think there should be sand around there.
okay?
I don't think they should. Even if you're feeding them, when you're processing their feed, even when you're feeding them with the cassava waste, you wash it first before you play to just avoid sand. So the process itself, not I don't think
You
sand.
know why I'm asking this? Whenever you are that catfish, especially if you're using tarpaulin to produce, as per tarpaulin pond,
Yeah.
you need to change the water from time to time.
Yes.
So when you are scooping it directly, won't you be getting the water more that's dirtier than necessary that might affect the catfish?
No.
Okay,
No.
but it's mostly for egg pond. It's okay to scoop it directly and pour.
Yes. It's a normal thing. So when it comes to fish farming, I think there's no particular day of changing your water. As soon as you notice that your water is dirty, like human being, you know that your environment is dirty. What do? You sweep it, right? Keep it clean. So you won't wait like it's not a routine that I must clean my house once in a week. As soon as it's dirty, even if after cleaning, after the normal routine of okay, thorough cleaning, when it's dirty, you still sweep it. So it's the same thing as a livestock farmer, especially a fish farmer. But once you notice that your water is dirty, you change it immediately, especially those that use tarpaulin or concrete pond. There are some feed, like so there are some industrial feed that as soon as you just put it in the water will just change. So as soon as you notice, because when the water become toxic for them, it really affect them, and it's not good.
I know that fish producing egg pond much sweeter than the one producing on this tarpaulin pond.
Mr.
Now,
Kachi, I'm hearing that from you.
but that's what it is.
Oh,
The
really?
taste is always different. You can never natural is different from artificial. You can never compare. Now, the one I've not tried is fish produced with maggots and the one produced with normal that's feed. I've not tried that to see which one will having more taste than the other.
I think
Because
the
I
one
don't
with maggot,
should have more taste
that no test.
because it's a natural thing.
It's eating natural thing. You know that even maggot, there are people who eat maggot. The northern they eat it. Try it with okra soup. You
Oh,
thank me later. Try it with okra soup. You thank me later.
Uh,
Will you try it after now and come and tell us next week?
you will write and sign before I eat. So that to be sure if anything happens
You
to
need
me,
to try so you come and tell us next week how it was.
no,
I know you will definitely thank me later for it.
I'm here to agree to that one. No. For now, let's use it to feed the fish and eat the fish. Eating it directly.
Okay, but then if you're doing a large scale fish farm, like 7 weeks to your selling your 7 days, sorry, 7 days to your discharge point. You just stop giving them that. You can just give them Gary.
Hmm.
Why?
Why do you do that?
Why? So that people like you will not go and buy the fish and see Margaret and say, whoa, a fish
Oh.
is bad. Because it takes them some days for it to fully digest. It does not digest immediately. So
Okay.
that's why if I'm giving them an industrial feed of 1 bag, if I'm feeding them Margaret and I give them half bag,
So that what you're saying is that maggot feed actually
it lasts
it
long.
sustains them for a
Yeah.
longer period.
Yeah.
Wow. So they might eat just a handful than eating maybe a cupful of feed.
Of feed, yes.
Oh, I see why it's cheaper. And you said a 1 kilogram of maggot is 400. Is it 1 kg?
Depending on the
Vendor, okay. But the general or the
in general it's 400.
400. So
There are
some
people
can
who
send
go
over.
for free, there are people who go lower, there are people who go
Hmm.
for depending on the cost either because at
Now,
times
let's-
substrate.
Now, if a bag of feed is how much? That's how many kg and how much is it?
Okay, let's if you're talking about fish, you know that you start feeding your fish maggot at the jumbo state. And at jumbo state they're eating 2 mm.
2 ml.
Two mm depending on the company. Some sell their industrial 2 mm feed for 15,000.
No, 15,000 now. How many kg?
That's 15 kg.
15 kg.
There are some industrial feed that goes for 14,000. There are some that goes for
So 1 kg is going for 1,000. That's what you're saying.
yes,
So and maggot is 400 for 1 kg.
yeah,
The price differences,
it's fancy. That's why
the gap is high.
the gap it is.
So it's encouraging if we can actually mass produce this maggots and use it for fish farming to reduce costs, especially in times like this when fuel subsidy is an issue. The economy is not something we cannot plan. We cannot say this is what will happen tomorrow. You might enter
Exactly.
a bus to a destination with 1,000. When you're coming
You're
back,
paying 2,000.
you're paying 2,000. So we really need to work on our costs. So we're encouraging farmers to look into this area of maggot farming for fish feeding at least, if not
Not
other
just-
feeding. Yes.
And also you can also use the substrate, that's the waste after they are feeding. Those waste, you can also use it for like organic manure. Trust me,
Definitely.
it works. It works for like if you try it with your
It is
crops.
rich.
It is very, very rich. So it's like an all-round thing. Just all round. You can even if you don't have a livestock farm, you can as well start with daily livestock because maggot farm is also it's more like a livestock farm. You can just do that, then use the waste for your crops. Mr. Kachi, you thank me later. So let's go on a musical break. We'll come back shortly.
Standing in the rain as the clouds go gray. On the roads and music sings. The season's just beginning. Sunlight rises, the clouds make way. Blowing up my blessings. Will not be afraid. I see it now. I know. So I embrace it and in my midst, all my seeds are grown. Every prayer, every seed I've sown. Lord of the harvest knows I'm giving back a hundredfold. The land is green, it's green. Oh, oh. The land is green, it's green. And you see, the harvest is ready. The Lord of the harvest told me so. It's green for me. It's green for me. Standing alone can be a heavy load. And the walls I won't be breaking. Though my heart is aching, I got a word and I won't let go. With your will, I'm seeking, so I keep on believing. I see it now, I understand, I know, so I embrace it. Then once again, it's time for me to grow. Every prayer, every tear I show,
From
Lord
IT.
of the harvest,
From IT.
enjoy our fruitful. The land
They
is
introduce
green,
that.
it's green. Oh, oh. The land is green, it's green as you see. The harvest is ready.
Are you both
Lord,
farmers?
the harvest told me so. It's green for me. I thought it was over, thought you were done with me. But we're just beginning. Whoa, my life is a journey. I will walk with you. I will go where you want me to. Yes,
So what's the name of the
I
show?
will go.
Farmers moment.
Told me that the land is free. It's green. Oh, oh. The land is green. It's green. It's green. Oh, oh. The land is green. It's green. Can't you see? The land is green. It's green. Oh, oh. The land is green, it's green, as you see. I can see all the hearts is ready, cause he told me so. It's green, and it's all mine.
Great farmers.
Great nation.
Kachi, you're not helping me, Alpha. Great farmers.
Great nation.
No farmers.
No food.
Oh wow, we are bad.
And no food, no nation.
No nation, not at all.
Hunger they kill. That's what we need to produce.
Exactly.
We need to farm. Everybody should go into farming, no matter how small it is. We really help ourselves. Someone was asking a question. He said that he has a lot of maggots in his poultry dung. Can he use it for his fish?
Yes. You can use it. But then you feed it from jumbo size.
Okay,
But
not
then
just
not just you don't give it to fingerlings, don't give it to juveniles, must be jumbo.
okay. So if you feed it fingerly, what will happen to them?
It takes a longer time for it to digest, just like feeding a bat to a baby. Take a longer time for it to digest. So if you give a bat to a day-old baby or a 2-month-old baby, you understand what will happen.
Uh, you never hear say some baby they come with it.
That kind of baby, now we go find and go keep for museum.
So the reason why you should not feed juveniles with maggots is because they might not be able to digest it. They don't have what it takes to digest it. So allow them grow to an extent. When they must have grown to the jumbo size, you cannot feed them with maggots.
By that time, they have enough minerals and vitamins already in their body from the other
Feeding them.
rather feeding them, so they can stand in, they can digest it, they can munch it and digest it.
Um, Now, is there any disadvantage of using maggots to feed your fish or like your livestock?
There's no disadvantage whatsoever. There's no disadvantage whatsoever. Because I think it is the best fit for your fish, for your livestock.
Okay. Now, someone is asking, he said, can this be used for, can you use that's maggots in eating pond, or what kind of pond can you use it for?
You can use it in all kinds of ponds,
Both eating
both
and not
eating
eating.
and non-eating.
Okay. Okay. I think that's a bad question. He said, can he use paint buckets to produce maggots?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. But you have to monitor the produce so they won't get choked. By the time you put them in the paint bucket and you find out that they are mold, because I think one flies can produce up to 500 eggs or 1,000 eggs.
What do you call that name of the fly?
BSF flies.
BSF fly can produce 500.
Up to 500 to 1,000, depending on what you feed them with.
Okay.
So those that you're recycling, you give them more of waste fruits, more vitamin, waste fruits, and add other substrate like chicken feed.
Okay.
But those that you want to give feed direct, you can now give them cassava waste and other waste.
Okay.
Any question?
See one other question. It said, it's still the same question. It said if there's any side effect. There's no side effect.
There's no side effect in any shape or form. For effective results, you feed your fish, you feed your maggot your livestock 3 times, like 3 days interval. Like in a week, you can give them 6 days and then 1 day industrial feed just to balance their diet so they can have enough. You can because balance their diet. You know, they also have test of carbohydrates, so not just protein and other things.
Another person asked, he said, can I use insect larva? I don't understand what that means.
Which one is insect larva?
Maybe other insects now, larva. I think it's best advice you use fly.
You use flies. Is there any other larva that produce maggot?
Yes, of course.
We have we have black soldier flies, we have local flies, and we have that green fly. You know that bee, that one that looks like bee.
Okay. This person said one major negative effect could be social acceptance of fish produced with maggots. That is the major maggots are produced from rotten carcass, and this usually are very that is seen as irritating. Um, Besides, bacteria may be transferred from maggots, when maggots are harvested, washed and fed fresh. Can, if you understand what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
So, I say that is one of the negative effects of his own understanding. This person said that he's sure and he knows that maggot produces good source of protein, up to 60%
Yes.
of it. But one needs to be careful because they are carriers of pathogens, and the inclusion of maggot meal in livestock diet raises concern about protein transmission of disease.
That's why we don't really advise local flies. Local flies has its own.
So,
We advise people to go on BSF flies.
so BSF fly
That's
carry
black
less.
soldier flies.
It
Yes.
carries a lot less or no
Yeah.
pathogenic microorganisms.
Yes.
So that is most preferred than house flies.
House flies. Prefer that one to house flies. Any other question from them?
He said, this was, he said, fish intestine is negatively affected from diet. It could be organic fish feed with containing, I don't understand that.
Fish intestine now.
Mm, I don't get that. Say can polythene tank and black color for, I don't know
Can polythene tank don't do.
that. I think it's trying to say, can polythene tanks be used for the production of that's for the farming?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can use it.
Does it generate more heat, or what's the advantage of that?
I don't understand the question.
I said using polythene tanks, will it generate more heat for them, or what is the advantage of it to others?
I think that polythene tank should be better if it generates more heat because they produce more when they are eaten. So even when you're incubating them, you have to put them in where it is where there's no sunlight. You cover them with you put them in a black bowl.
Let's use the word warm because when you say heat, let people know that be burning fire on. So
They produce more where it is warm. Even when you incubate them, you have to use a black shaded like a black wrapper to cover them so that they will be warm.
okay. But as you have been told,
BSF, black soldier flies.
they are the best for maggot production.
Any other question for me?
For now, that's the questions we have from WhatsApp, text messages that we have gotten. Please, you can call in on this number 08093015270. 08093015270 to ask questions and also to make your contribution.
And also, you can also place your advert in.
Yes.
Okay, I'm still on black soldier flies. A lot of benefits on it. Like I said earlier, Mr. Kachi said he's going to test run it with okra soup and he's going to give us the feedback next week.
I have not approved that and I've not given any assurance on that and I will not try it.
We can do experiment.
But there are maggots that are being eaten, but it's not this maggot.
It's not the one from BSF. Those ones that are coming from palm fruits or
Yes.
those big ones. Those ones are also.
I think I will try that one because my people thought say if you want eat frog, eat the one we get egg.
They're always big, so that when it choke you,
When did you eat frog?
say yes, I ate
I
frog.
even eat the egg, John. I eat the generation will never come so that I can tell you more of it.
So
You're still expecting calls.
BSF farm, it does not really require a lot of structure. If you have your bowls, you can have like six bowls. Let me say two. You need an incubation depending on how you can start with 500 grams of eggs.
Okay.
One may ask, how do I get my eggs? Yes, you can. They say that you can place your attractant in a Mr. Kachi, in those fallow lands, those bushy lands, so maybe you're inside a bare forest. Like you can't go to forest. We don't have forests around here. But to get your eggs, you can place your attractant. What's the attractant? Your attractant is mixture of chicken dongs and akamo waste.
That's when you are doing when you sieve it,
When you sieve it, those chaff,
the shaft is shaft.
you mix it together with your chicken dongs. You place it for like 2 to 3 days. It decays. That's what will attract them. So the black soldier flies, wherever it is, you come around. There's difference between black soldier and local flies anyway. So local fly want to attempt it, but it will actually attract black soldier flies. And from there, you have like 100 flies perching there. You set your egg traps around them. So as they are perching, they are laying their eggs. From there, in 2 to 3 days, you go and harvest the eggs and you start incubating it. Incubating it, their lifespan is like 45 days. So incubate it for 5 days. After 5 days, you harvest it. Not like harvesting it. You separate it and put it into your vivarium, which is your pond, and feed them with more akamo waste and food waste. And keep them there for like, if you want to keep them there like for another 7 days if you want to feed to your livestock. But if you want to recycle it, to keep it there for another 14 days, they will grow and they'll get to pre-pupa. When they get to your pre-pupa, that's when you harvest them. That pre-pupa stage, they stop feeding. They are trying to match back to flies, so they stop feeding. But they'll have to play around something, move around something. Don't keep water. They don't like wet places. They get more active, but when the place is wet, they don't match to flies. They are just stagnant. Nothing is wrong. They'll just stay there and they'll just die. So you now send them to the you send them to the insect room and they stay in insect room and start matching the flies one by one. And they won't be matched, they won't be put small eggs. So it's like a simple process. It takes like 40 to 45 days to in their lifespan for them to complete their lifespan and now continue from there. It's a very interesting farming, very, very interesting. And like we said earlier, it helps cut down costs when it comes to livestock farming. Cut down your costs. It helps even the crop farmers. It helps to enhance the growth of your crops, and also you can even make money from selling it to other farmers. That's the botanical name.
Yeah, the scientific name. Now, it helps to actually break down what the organic waste. When this organic waste is broken down, you can use it for your farm as manure, as fertilizer, apart from the maggot that have been produced. So you have no loss at all of any form. Just as she has explained, there are stages. What stage do you want to get to? Know when to harvest it. Don't allow it all to fly.
Yeah.
If you want to use it to feed fishes, unless you want to recycle them, that's when you allow it on to fly for them to reproduce itself again. So, but be able to know how to start, where you can grow them. Don't grow them where sunlight is an issue. Don't grow them where water will disturb them. Don't grow them where they don't have this and that being kept warm. As why they need this warmness for them to be able to produce or for them to be able to thrive. So please always look for a place that have kind of a shade, not a shade that is too cold, but a shade that at least they can feel have this warmness. Though already um, organic waste produces its own heat by itself. So let it be that natural heat. Don't go and produce any of that. Don't go and put electric lamp there for it to heat the place up. No. It's only chicken I know that you really put electric bulb in order to keep them warm. They gather around it and all that. But in this
And that's where they are like this so
yes,
but when they grow that like just so they
It's-
can feed more.
so that they can feed more. So that's it. We're still expecting calls from if you want to call in, you can call in with this number at 08093015270. 08093015270. How many minutes do we have there?
We have like 75 minutes to go. Next week we are going to bring a professional maggot farmer that is going to share his experience. He's going to tell us more about maggot farming. He's going to tell us everything that we need to know about it. We call that a big fish, a big maggot. The last time we had big fish in the studio, so this we are going to have a big maggot in the big
Yes, come and witness live big maggot.
live big maggot talking to us next week. He's coming all the way from Abuja. So you have to stay tuned. Tell this to your friends, to your neighbors who are interested, who wants to venture into farming and somehow they are discouraged because of the high cost of industrial feed. Spread the news around. Let's and also let's try to catch the youth. Let's catch them young. Encourage your children. Encourage your nephew, your cousin, the youth. Encourage them to start farming, to embark in farming. Farming is a very, very good business in
Yes.
Nigeria, not just Nigeria.
The first time I heard CTY, catch them young, was when I was in school. You know, when jam bites are coming in, so you catch them young. You know, by that time you need to catch them. You know what it means to catch jam bites when you're in school. So for this time around, we're encouraging you to catch as many young people
As we can.
at this young age, at their young age now, so that they will get used to farming. We all need to farm in order for us to have the scarcity of food reduced as much as possible. There's insufficient food, especially in Africa and in Nigeria. How much is a bag of rice now?
Nigerian rice don come cost pass follow rice. Are you aware? I
can
am
see
so
that.
sure.
So
Nigerian rice.
how much is a crate of egg now?
The last time I checked, 2,300. That's for wholesale price.
2,300. How much is your vegetable? How much is your gari? I heard that gari is now 1,500 a
Depends.
pint.
Vegetable is 200 naira. And that's how they go market. They buy vegetable 50 naira.
You can see it.
Even that 200 naira, sef, you know, go anywhere. So we need more hands. We need more
We
people.
need more people to go into
Like
farming.
agbado now. Agbado is very expensive. My brother here is like, where's my agbado? Agbado is very expensive now. So we need more people. There's a mindset like people tend to let me do the white collar job now. When I have the energy, I wake up by 3. I am not against white collar job, you as listeners. But then you said after spending your youthful age in white collar job and you're 50 or 60, you retire back to the village to go and do farming. I think we should just change that perspective totally. Mr. Kachi, what's your input on that? You can still do your white collar job and you're still doing your farming.
Let me ask you, how much can collar job pay you? What they call white collar job? Can they ever pay you 1 million in a
I don't
month?
want to dispute that. I don't want to say no
No.
white collar job.
No, I'm only telling you that you make more money when you run your own business.
Exactly.
Is you make more money. Who will pay you 1 million? How many staffs will be paid 1 million? It's only those up there. A school start holder, how much can they pay you? But a school start holder can start a farm and make millions.
Yes.
So why don't you try something that can help you better than looking for something that might not even remember you?
It's true. So we are encouraging all
Farming
Nigerians.
is for all.
Yeah.
Great farmers,
Great nation.
great nation,
Great farmers. No farmers.
no food.
So stay tuned with us every Friday, 3 to 4, Farmers Moment Show, talk show, here on Eco Tourism Online Radio. We meet here and it's always an interesting moment where we come to talk about farm products, talk about different ways to enhance and to encourage everyone to come into farming. We are coming with a big program that we want to shut down Lagos, Mr. Kachi.
Definitely, we're coming with that. We're talking about um, the beauty show. What do you call it again? What's the name? Say it loud, please.
Jubileco.
It's a beauty contest, and it will be live at Eco Radio, Eco Tourism online radio,
Online radio.
and we expect that a lot of people will be part of it. Remember, if you want to do adverts, that you call with the number we have given 090 080 9301 5270, and
Can WhatsApp us on 090 6699 8439.
thank you.
Stay tuned. Thank you. See you next week. Have a great weekend.